It's right. Hi, this is Mo Daviau. I'm Phil Ajjarapu. You might recognize me from previous Tiny Desk contests that I didn't win. This is Mo Daviau, who you might recognize because OPB loves her novel. True, tell them about it.
True, my novel is called Every Anxious Wave. It came out in 2016. April Baer of Oregon Public Radio did a little piece about it, and Jason Heller wrote a stunning review of it for the NPR website back in 2016, and I was on the concierge that year, so thank you, NPR.
So I figure I'm just going to double down on all this NPR stuff. Here's Mo's website.
That's me.
Very lovely. Taken in Austin, where we met. This is Mo's podcast, No Love Signs, which she had me write a theme song for, and I thought, wow, okay, so dating podcast about being in your 40s and wondering what the hell happened. And I'm like, what's this about? Is this about horoscopes? And she's like, no. She sent me this link, which is an NPR story. So like, hey, we're just getting all NPR up in here. So Mo, you want to tell them about the story?
A couple years ago, I lived in Vermont on an artist residency program called Vermont Studio Center, where I met someone who... Wait, no, that's not the right way to tell the story.
Tell it any way you want.
I lived in Vermont for a while and kept some Vermont friends. One of my Vermont friends posted on Twitter about 6 months ago a sign, this very municipal official-looking sign that said "No Love Signs." It's right there. And I was like, "What's that?" And he told me that the town of Plainfield, Vermont, the citizens were putting up homemade signs that just said the word love. And what's wrong with that? Love.
I think that's nice.
Who doesn't love love? Well,
plenty of people.
The town of Plainfield has an ordinance against signage being posted on community posts. And so, in reaction to that, a local artist made up that official-looking No Love Signs Town of Plainfield sign and hung it up to mock the town ordinance against love signs. And that's, to me, just sounded like a metaphor for dating in one's 40s and after. Like, we got all this love, we got all the love, it's right here on this post, and nope, you can't put the sign there. I don't know, I just liked it, so I named my podcast No Love Signs.
I like how that they ruled that the utility company, it was their pole, so they were in charge of it, and the utility company is like, yeah, we're not going to police it. And I'm like, that's nice, and like, I don't know, like it made me feel all kinds of weird feelings. So I wrote this song for Mo's podcast. I'm going to pass you the phone because we have high production values here.
Indie rock!
All right. Love should be an action, it's a verb. Reduce it to a noun and then it's just a pretty word. Hang it on a sign and watch the town just fight out loud. The angry ones are screaming that no love signs are allowed. And it's hard for me to hope that there's some love to go around when folks don't even want love as a noun. So yeah, there you have it, our NPR story, our theme song, our NPR author with the podcast that are you going to submit that to Minnesota Public Radio?
I already did.
Already submitted. It's NPR all around, all for days. So, I don't know. Come on, Bob Boylan. Give me something. I needs it. I wants it. My precious. Otherwise, I don't know. I find myself almost quitting music. I mean...
Don't do it, Phil!
It's basically like I have. I mean, I still teach music in the public schools. That's something, right? I don't know.
You just made $100 writing a song for a podcast.
Yep. I don't know, Mo. Do you ever think about quitting?
Hell no!
Never quit.
Nope.
You should buy Mo's novel, and you should engage with Mo on social media and hear about her new novels she's writing, and you should listen to her podcast because I think she's brilliant, and I love her. Thanks, NPR. Bye.